guys! So it's a new week, which means a new story, and I'm here to kind of introduce it and talk about it. So this week we are reading the Albertosaurus Mystery, and it's about Philip Curie's hunt in the Badlands. So when we read this, we're going to find all about who Philip Curie was. And if you had to make a prediction about what this story was going to be about, based on our cover, what do you think? Right, absolutely. It's going to be about dinosaurs, specifically the Albertosaurus. Our author is T.V. Padma, and you can see there's a picture of her. And her name is actually Dr. Padma Venkatraman, but she goes by TV. If we come over here and look at our sidebar, we've got some of our information, our story title, The Albertosaurus Mystery, and then we've got our target skill. And this week we're talking about conclusions or making inferences, okay? And if you think back, we've covered this several times, and drawing conclusions just means that we look at the information that we have, we think about the things that we know, and then we come to a decision. We make a conclusion. All right, and then genre, I ask you every week, what does genre mean? Right, it's the type of story that we're reading. So what type of story are we reading this week? Yeah, we're reading an informational text. And an informational text gives information about a topic. So we know that if it's giving information, this is a true story. Does that make it fiction or nonfiction? Right, it's a nonfiction story. And as we read, we're going to look for headings that tell what each section is about, photographs and captions, and graphics such as maps that help explain the topic. So before you read, I would like to go over the vocabulary with you. Excuse me. So our first word is fossils. And fossils are parts or traces of things that lived long ago. So fossils can be bones or footprints, or maybe like the imprint of a leaf on a rock. Have you ever found any fossils around your house? All right, our next word is clues. And clues are facts that help people solve a problem or a mystery. The next word is remains. And remains are things that are left over. So like the remains of the dinosaurs, which means all that's left over, are usually their bones. All right, our next word is prove. And if you prove something, that means you show that it is true. So maybe someone's told you something in the past and you're like, prove it, okay? Or when we talked about fact and opinion, opinions can't be proved because there's no facts to back it up. It's just what you think. But facts can be proved. You can show me that it's true. Our next word is evidence. And evidence are facts or signs that show that something is true. Okay, so if I might say, how do you know that that happened? You could say, well, I've got evidence. And that means it's something that you can show that is going to really prove to me this is why. Our next word is skeletons. And skeletons are what humans and animals rely on to support their bodies and protect their organs, okay? So skeletons are bones. It's all of the bones in your body, okay? You can see there is that dinosaur skeleton, and our skeleton is our skull, our arm bones, our rib cage, our hip bones, our leg bones. All right, our next word is uncovering. And uncovering just means taking the cover off, digging something, or revealing something that is hidden, okay? So a lot of times when I go in the morning, I can't even see my daughter because she's got all of her blankets on top of her. So I have to uncover her, which means I have to take all the blankets off and reveal what is hidden. She's usually hidden down in her bed. Our next word is buried. And buried means covered or hidden, often underground. So a lot of times when you hear buried, you think of maybe like grave sites. You know, the coffins are buried underground, but you could be buried under blankets. You could be buried under toys. It doesn't necessarily have to mean underground. Our next word is fierce. And if something is fierce, that means it's wild or strong or dangerous. So one of the most famous dinosaurs is the Tyrannosaurus Rex, and the T-Rex is definitely fierce. And then our last word is location. And location is the place where something is found. All right, you're now going to check out the slideshow below and make sure that you listen to your story read aloud on slide 2.